You can use the same user ID from what you are using already having a SAP system. You are having that, right? That's
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
okay. You can go ahead now.
Just a minute. Hello, everyone. Am I audible? If I'm audible clearly, just show me a thumbs up.
Yeah, yes, Sriram, we can hear you.
I am Sriram. I have 13 years of experience overall, and currently working as an SAP MM consultant and an MNC. And I've worked with SAP MM, QM, PM, and PP modules as well. And I've done some implementations and data migrations and rollout projects as well. How many of you are familiar with SAP, or all the persons who are in the call are completely new to SAP? Can I know? Familiar with SAP? Virendra, I can see familiar with SAP, and Sandeep,
They are with SAP and
you are new. Yes, Omkar is also new. Okay. Uh, Coming to SAP, SAP is a ERP where we can maintain data which is going in our organization, and that too in coordination with different modules. And modules in the sense, for example, an organization is having is selling something. So for convenience of the organization, every organization, every ERP is divided into different parts. So for sales, sales parts; for maintaining of materials, material master part; and for production, it is PP. So there are different entities where work in coordination with each other to give you the required output in an MM, in the organization. So the profit and loss, uh, calculation of profit and loss previously used to be uh, basing on the books and calculations, debit, credits, etc., etc. But now that profit and loss initially statement will be given by your ERP system, and material requirements. For example, if for manufacturing a car, there are around 180 parts required. And what is the stock available in your system? And basing on the stock available, whether those parts are to be ordered or not, If not available parts are to be ordered, when is the delivery? So basing on the delivery, when is the parts to be ordered and production is to be completed. So all these setups will be calculated in the back end of the system and will give you an output. That is the main entity. So coming to SAP, currently running version is HANA. So SAP S4 HANA is the most popular right now. So previously there used to be ECC. In these classes coming on going forward also, while explaining HANA, we'll definitely touch the ECC points which are uh, new to HANA. Because, for example, there are some transactions like MB01, MB02, MB03. These transactions are not available in HANA. Those all transactions are removed from uh, SAP system, and all those transactions and are given under a single transaction called MIGO. In the same way, uh, vendor is there. So from which a person who you are purchasing the goods is your vendor, and for the person whom you are selling is your customer. Normal layman language. So you need to maintain the data of the person whom you are selling or from whom you are purchasing. Those are considered as master data, and those master data need to be maintained in the system. There are two different separate transactions which are available in ECC, but in HANA, only single transaction, which is made as business partner. That is one more like. So these are the differences we will touch in the coming on classes also. So let me go to the system. Just let me know if my screen is visible so that I can continue. Is my screen visible? Any one of you can give me thumbs up?
Yeah, yes, Sriram, we can see.
Yes. So, for example, this is your HANA system. First, I'll go out and log in for you again. So, this is the main page. So, this is the server details, connection details, where we see those connections of your server details. So when we are working in SAP HANA, the first thing we need to know is the server details on which server we are working. Okay. So currently this is the test system. So HANA recent 2023 version we are using here. So you will be given an user ID and password. But when it comes to a live scenario, how a live scenario will be there? Just a minute. How a live scenario will be there means All right. Mahesh, the same server, right? Hello, Mahesh. Hello. Okay, let me check with the system once. So, for example, this is the screen where login screen looks like. And here, basing on the country, you will be giving your language. If I give GE, it logins with German language. EN is your English language. So different languages can be given. And initial stage is server, where in the live scenario, there are different types of servers: development server, quality server, production server. So development server is where we will do all the developments. Uh, it is used by coding person, and configurations which are used by functional person, and those are transferred to quality system for testing, and then transfer to production after testing pass. So this is the basic outline of different servers. So how we will uh, see those servers in the SAP is main thing. So some other people or some other organizations which are big, they can maintain extra servers also, where golden client will be there or sandbox will be there. Those are different terminologies used in SAP, which you people need to remember. So next, coming to client. So in the development client, so client is the higher unit of this server level, which is maintained in the SAP. So everyone, first, for your differentiation in the SAP, there are different types of clients which are available. Some people will maintain 100 client for development server or 200 client for quality server. So client is the main outline entity, higher level entity, which is maintained at the server level. Next, coming into the MM, so our organizational level, MM level, organizational level will start with the plant only, only plant. So everybody may ask you, what about company code? Company code will be coming under finance. So company code will be created under finance. And then our highest level of organization will be plant. What is a plant? For example, so a plant is a
Any problem,
separate,
Rob? Not working, huh? Hello?
yeah, yes, Mahesh.
Plant. Wait, 1 second.
What is a plant, for example? So you just in the backend, you continue, Mahesh. I'll go forward. So what is a plant is separate financial entity where profit and loss is calculated. So it is an individual unit where separate financials are calculated are plants. Next is purchase organization. After that, storage locations, purchase groups. So there are different line of organizations in the SAP MM level. So complete organization structure, if you ask, if somebody asks you in an interview, it starts at the company code level, but company code level will be taken care by finance. Okay. And how this SAP MM is differentiated means this SAP MM is differentiated into different parts where different submodules are there. Vendor master, info record, source list, goods receipt, invoice verification, inventory management, valuation, accounting, reporting. So when it comes to master data, it is one-time data which is maintained and later on used for the transaction purpose. So, for example, uh, in the home, you need some TV. So you will maintain the TV as a master material, and and that will be, if, for example, now you will purchase the TV. After 4 years, you want to change the uh, TV. So using the same material which you have created, you will buy a new one. Your model may be different. So master data is TV. You have done two transactions for that. First, initial purchase is your some 44-inch TV or so. Later on, basing on the money and basing on the repair which you got, so you will be purchasing a new one. So that new one will be a second transaction which is done for the TV. Okay. So this is transaction data and master data differences where you can see. And in the transaction data, even initially I've told vendor master and customer master. So vendor details also you need to maintain, and customer details also you need to maintain. So those are all master data which are available in the SAP. So coming to transaction data, purchase requisition, purchase order. So these two are uh, transactional data, and the goods receipt, invoice. These are also comes under transactional data. I'll just do the remote ones.
Just try once again.
Yes, yes.
Yes. No, maybe you are giving space, I think. First of all, don't give any space. So I will copy paste the same thing. You can copy paste this one, I think.
No, I have not given any space here.
Is it? So I put in the chart window.
Maybe because of the remote desktop only, I think. I'll
I
change that
connected
remote
here
desktop.
already. I'm there in the system already.
Okay.
I'm there in the same system. Oh.
Hmm.
I can log off. You can try now because you can log
Show
in.
other options. Just a minute.
Oh, yes, yes. Yes, correct, correct.
User defined account.
Yes, yes, yes. It works, it works. You can do copy paste, no problem.
Okay. Yes. So after logging in, this is the SAP Easy Access screen where uh, this is the logistics material management. So where purchasing, inventory, all these are given as a shortcuts. So here the upper above left corner is called transaction bar. So everything which we do is linked with the transaction number ME21N, ME58. There are transaction numbers which are maintained here. So here we'll give the transaction number and go inside of the SAP uh, screens, whichever are required. There are different screens which are uh, available for different transactions. For example, MM01. I have typed MM01. So this is material master creation screen. So this is the transaction level data screen. Here there are different options which are available. Someone may find we are not getting drop downs or so. So there are different options which are available here, settings. So here display technical names, if I remove, I will not get any transaction numbers here. See, change. There is no transaction number here. But if I click on that, it will take you to the transaction. This is the SAP initial level screen. Okay, after logging in inside, this is the initial screen where you will go into different transactions. Okay, so coming here again, extras, settings, display technical names. Technical name is the part where the code for the transaction is mentioned. Okay, so here is the material management, purchasing, purchase order. Now you can see the transaction number. ME22N is the change. ME21N is the creation. Usually here in the SAP, 3 sequential transactions will be there. For example, ME21N is purchase order create. 22 is change. 23 is display. So these 3 are in a sequence. In the same way, if you go to material also, MM01 is creation, 02 is change, 03 is display. So there are 3 transactions in a sequence, which will be easy for everyone to understand. If you want to create a new window, you can click here in the new window. And here there are options. If you want to retain this window, for example, I'll give MM01 here, press enter. This is a create material screen. And if I wish to retain this window as it is, I will give /o and open one more transaction, ME21N. Purchase order creation transaction I am opening. So now you can see there are 2 windows of SAP here. Which are open. This one is also open. This one is also open. So there are 2 SAP windows which are opened at a single time. If you give /o, it will retain the old window and open a new window. So in the same way, I don't want to retain this window. I want to close this window and open a new window. So I will give slash n mm60. So what it does is it has closed that ME21N transaction and open a other transaction called MM60, where is a display of materials. So this is the outline of SAP initial screen. There are different options which are available. See here in the top left corner, there is new GI open. If you are running some transaction, to stop the transaction in the middle, click on the transaction. Okay. For example, I'll show you this. I am executing it. Before displaying, if I want to stop it, okay, stop the transaction, I need to click on it. So it will stop before displaying itself. And next, coming into option space. Here there are different options available on the initial screen. So these are options available: themes, visualizations, accessibility, interaction designs. So these are different options available in the SAP initial screen. Usually what live data using people will do means they will change the color of the theme basing on the server which they are using. For example, if they are using production server, okay, they will use settings as red. So basing on the red color screen, uh, they will identify that, oh, this is production. We should not do any transactions in it. So for quality server, they'll be using green, so that even though there is transaction done in the quality server, it is for your testing purpose only. So you can do any transactions for testing. And development server, usually they'll keep this blue screen so that they can do any configurations. So first we need to identify on which server we are working. That is the main motto. And we need to differentiate basing on the color designs which is given by SAP. One more thing. Here in the bottom, you can see this is my user ID. This is the program which is running in the background for this screen. And this is the transaction number. So if you wish to know what is the transaction which we are running, I need to click here. If I open new window, it will open the transaction number. It will show the transaction number here in the bottom. Next, let's go to initial screen. So in the initial screen itself, there are some favorites which I can maintain. For example, every consultant usually will be working on some or the other part of SAP. For example, purchasing. So most of the errors which comes for him are purchasing errors. He will maintain ME21, 23N or ME21N. So those transactions in the favorites. This is SAP standard menu which is given in the bottom. Along with that, he will maintain some favorites here also. Okay, SAP menu, where I can maintain different favorites. And if I want to add a favorite, click here to add a favorite, positional exclude an object. See, here I am going to material master, material ME21 and add to favorites. So here in the favorites, my transaction is added. This is purchase order create transaction. And start transaction. What is start transaction means? If I log into the system, what is the initial transaction which I wish to open? by the system, I will fix that initial transaction here. So it will automatically open that. When I log in, it will open the MM01 transaction. So these are the different windows which are available. If I wish to take some printouts, go to list user profile. Here a list will be there. So like that, different options are available in here. And this is user data where default parameters can be maintained for my user. For example, I will use DDMMYY Georgian date as standard format. But some people may use MMDDYY. So they wish to use that as MMDDYY. They can change their standard formats here at the user level settings. Next, decimal level notifications. Our Indian calculations decimal level notifications will be 1 comma like that, and in the last decimals, point decimals. But when it comes to other time zones, they'll use in a different way, which are also available here, so that it will be easy for them to work in their way of style. So these are the initial screens of SAP. And what is a server? There are different servers are available, like quality server, development server, and production server. So those server details need to be initially created at the SAP screen. For example, Mahesh, will it be logging in directly here?
Where
See.
exact? Yes.
Okay.
We can
See
log in
here.
right.
If I want to create a new server, new connection, so I'll click on the new connection here. So user specified connections. So these are the details which I need to feed the system to create your client data, client server details here in the initial screen. So description, I'll keep it as quality server. Application server details, those server details will be given by your client. Instance number, system ID, SAP router string. So these will be given you by your client. And after that, if you finish it, your server will be available here. That is initial one. So there are different formats here. See, here there is a notepad also available. So you can, for example, ID and passwords. This server, ID and password, ID, ABH, some I can store here. So I can copy paste from here directly. So how to create a new connection is the basic thing for adding your client data in the SAP. First initial is to add the server details, which is custom application server or it is a group server. So basing on your organization, they will provide you the details for where from which data you need to maintain. Some people may use group servers, some people may use custom application servers. So anyways, for a functional consultant who is MM, first basic data is to just how to add is enough rather than knowing which is custom application server or group server. So I am giving an outline where and what to be added so that you can add a server details here. This is the initial logon variable. Even here also there are options available. For example, that login system, interaction design, visual design, whichever I have told you, what is the theme you are using, color settings, all these are available at the initial screen itself. So you can change your themes at the initial login pad level. I am logging into system. So when you click on this server, it will ask you for the ID and password. So I am giving AB my ID and password here.
Sriram, which one, other one we are using? This one. 55, now it will not allow.
Do you want me to try 45?
No, the same thing. What I give 55, right? 55 is working, right?
55 only.
No, 55 should work. 55 should work. Same username and
No
password.
problem, no problem, no problem.
Yeah.
Just I'll go out and come again, no problem.
Mm.
So here I am using remote desktop connection here. Even for you people also will be provided for the same remote desktop connections. But when it comes to client level, they will be giving you VPN. So once you connect to VPN, then system will allow you to log in into your SAP screens.
Sometimes we'll get a Citrix software also to log into SAP system. Citrix software also is one remote desktop software to all of you, just to inform you.
Yes.
Client system, client to connect to client system.
No, Mahesh, this is also
Accepting
no, not accepting.
give I'll give another, no problem. In that login only you can give other system, other ID, no problem. I'll give one more.
Okay, sure. I'll try.
You can try with this one without logging off from remote. Being in the remote, you can log into this SAP system with the ID what I given to you.
Yes. So here I have logged into the system. So initially in the previous, I have used one more system. So for login ID, I have saved a favorite here, MM0 ME21N, which is gone now. So it is user specific settings. You need to know about what are user specific settings and what are global settings. Global is the settings once you change in your system will be applicable and visible to each and every person who is using this SAP client system. For example, my login client is 400. So when you make a change, that change, if it is visible to each and every person in the who is using that 400 client, those are changes are called global changes. So the change which I have done, adding favorite and adding MMDD date format, or those are user specific settings which will be applicable when I log in with my own ID only. So here I have already told you /n is to close this screen and open a new screen. /o is to retain the screen and open a new screen. So I am directly diving into the initial strategies where you can see those transactions. So ERPs, different ERPs are there like Oracle and Infor M3 and other ERPs are also there. Even those ERPs are also having these transaction codes or some other part where you need to maintain the data. Coming to this SAP HANA, we are maintaining, we'll have these transactions as MM01, 02, 03 and ME21, 22, 23 like that. And HANA is a cloud-based entity, and even server level is also available in HANA. When it comes to ECC, it is only server-based. So on-premises server will be there. So though that is the one more difference of ECC and HANA. And now coming into master data, MM01 is for creation of material master /O. I'll retain the screen. BP, business partner. So this is my second screen where I have I want to create a vendor or customer. This is the second screen where I want to create a vendor or customer. Okay. Next, one more master data which is available is, for example, purchase info record. This is info record which is need to be maintained. This is one more window which I have opened. So I have opened 3 windows here. This is create material master window. This is vendor creation window. This is info record window. So these are master data which we will maintain initially. Next, we'll go to transactions also. ME21N. Before that, ME51N will be there, which is creation of purchase requisition. So this is creation of purchase requisition screen. This is a transaction which we perform. This is creation of purchase order. Here, there is one field called material. So we will enter the material number here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I have given. If I click on it, if that material is available in the system, it will pick the data. If that material is not available, for example, I have given a random number and I will give some purchase organization. Some data. So here it is giving an error called supplier 20,900 has not been created in purchase organization 001. So this supplier is available, but this supplier is the master data which is created in this BP transaction initially. This is the supplier, for example, 2,900. Business partner. ABC supplier. Okay. So here is the list of suppliers which are maintained. So this is the master data which we will maintain and we'll use in the transactional data. Here this is the transaction data. This is the master data which we maintain initially and we will use in the transaction data. And one more thing, in the master data, coming to master data, MM03 is, for example, material type is there. So there are different material types which are given initially. by standard SAP system, like finished products. Let me open the keys also here, which I have informed you. Interaction design, visualization, show keys. If I click on this and apply, it will show me the key also. So FERT, this is the finished product. So this is already existed in the system while I am giving the master data, creating the master data. So where it is maintained means, so these data which are available in the drop downs of the master data are called configurations. So all these configurations will be available in SPRO path. This is the configuration path. So how many windows I have opened here? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As it is test system, it may allow for the 7th window also, but usually in the standard systems, it will not, it will be locked up to 6 screens only in standard live data. So they may ask you how many windows you can open in a single go. So max 6, your restriction will be 6. If it is production server, you can only open 6. Okay. And here, what I want to show you is the drop down which is available will be maintained in the configurations of the system. So I'll open the configurations where SPRO path. So this is SPRO path. Here I will maintain the drop downs which are available in the master data. Okay. So material management, general settings of material management. So there are some drop downs which are already given by the system. So if you want to create those, we need to use these different drop downs which are available in the system. For example, material management, purchase organization you want to create, you need to create it here. And instead of drop downs also, there are transactions which are available for these drop downs. For example, material type creation. If you wish to see material type creation, OMS2 is the transaction. So you have seen FERT is the drop down, right? So here you can find FERT which is already available. This is the finished product which is available in the drop down in the master data. So if you wish to add one more in the creation of material master drop down, you need to do it as a configuration here and add it here. So 3 parts which I have explained today. First is initial step is configuration data, where you will maintain data based on your client's requirement, different material types. Because when it comes to different industries, they will use different types of materials. Not only finished material, raw material, or semi-finished materials. Finished materials are the materials which are sold and which are completely manufactured basing on your um, bill of materials. For example, everybody will be knowing about uh, car industry. Your car is your finished product, and what is the semi-finished product? If you ask me, Without engine, the rest of body, I'll consider it as a semi-finished. One engine is a semi-finished. And what are the raw materials used? So for the engine and the pistons, which are the tires, which are, those are the raw materials used. So every industry will be having this finished, semi-finished, and raw materials, but they may call it with different names. Some may call it production resource tools, PRTs. Some may call it as electrical materials. Some instead of raw materials, some may call it as raw goods or else purchase goods. So if you want to configure those data, first you need to collect data from your client, and we'll configure it here. Today's class will be an outline because you may feel different, how what are these different screens which are he showing, or what is the transaction, what is the master data. So I just wanted you to make familiar with the different screens available in the SAP today, so that when you start using this SAP, that blue color screen which comes into your mind will remove your fear. That's all. So I am making you familiar with SAP and all those screens. Here we'll do the new raw material which client has asked. For example, I'll copy a raw material here. Here, finished products. For example, I'll not call it as finished product. I'll call it as with some other name, final outcome. So my code, I don't want to keep it as FERT. I want to keep it as some other name. So I'll give it as Z final, Z fin. Okay. So rest of all data is same. I am copying all the data which are available. Okay. Keep C Z fin final outcome which is copied. I'll save it. Let me save it. Okay. Here in the material master screen, Z fin final outcome is there. So the initial transactions for creating a master data are configurations. And this is second part is your master data, which is one-time data created. And third part is transaction data, which you use the master data on day-to-day basis and do the in and outs or payments, or those are transaction data. These are the three parts which I want to discuss today. So overall picture of this class is what is server, what are the clients, what are different clients are available. What is server means there are different types of servers available: production server, quality server, development servers. These are different servers available. What are clients? Basing on your organizational structure, clients may vary. So they can use golden client, sandbox. Those are different clients. They can use 100, 200, or different clients. They can use higher level entity. Next comes to SAP login screen. And before coming into login screen, how you maintain the server details in the SAP initial screen. Next, after coming in, login ID passwords. And in the login ID, after logging in, what is the initial home screen which you see? So what are the SAP menu available here? How to create favorites, how to change settings, how to get the data of transaction keys in the side of the SAP menu available. like options which are available. How to open a new window, how to stop a running transaction, and master data, few screens of master data like MM01, like business partner, info record, and few screens of transaction data, purchase order, purchase requisition, and few screens of configurations. These are configurations. So this is the initial outline of an ERP, which SAP ERP, which looks for you. So going into uh, topics, complete topics, how we will divide this is initially we'll know about master data. For example, this is creation of material. I'll open one material. How we will divide, we'll see. I'll open a material here. So I have opened this material. These are different views which are available. So from next classes, how we will go forward is what I'm saying. How to see these views. What is the requirement of this view? What is the material? And after going inside the views, there are some fields of data which is available. Okay. So these are the fields of data which are available, which will maintain in the material master data. So these are drop downs. Initially, I've said to get these drop downs, we have configurations which need to be maintained. These are all configuration data, and each and every field, we'll try to analyze each and every field. Why? Because cross plant material status is the field which is available here in the basic data. Okay. The same cross plant material status can also be available in sales and purchasing. So why this field is available at two different places? For example, one more field I'll show you. MRP 2, 2, 3. For scheduling, yes. See, here there is a field called serial number profile. Okay. This is the serial number profiles field which is available. And if you go to the plant data storage, it is available in the plant data storage also, that serial number profile. Here. So why same field exists at two places? What is the importance of this field? And what we will do to get this field in the dropdown? We'll initially start the data in this way. So we'll know about how material master is created initially. Then what are the drop downs which are available in material master, and what are the configurations which we need to do, and some other interview questions where what is the length of the material number. So who are familiar with SAP will definitely say that 18 characters if it is ECC. If it comes to HANA, it is 40 characters, extended up to 40 characters. So how interview questions can be framed? We'll see those data from follow-on classes. And the way of approach will be displaying and making you to know about each and every field which is available, how this field is used in the live data scenarios. For example, old material number is the field. How to use this old material number? When material number itself is available in 36 is available, what is the requirement of this old material number given by SAP? So when you are transferring a data from other system to SAP, if you wish to keep the old number, other system number as it is, you can give it here. But if you don't want to keep that number, you want SAP to generate its own number. So SAP will generate a number and give you. That old number will be populated here by the business for verification. So I'll be explaining each and every field, what is the use of field, basing on the live data scenarios, and how to configure those fields if there are configurations. After that, we'll create organizational structure where how to create a plant, how to create a purchase organization, what is purchase organization, what is purchase group. So all these data will go ahead, and in the future classes, I feel it will be easy for you if we go in this way, so that you can understand material management easy, and how to link with the other modules also. I'll clearly explain you basing on the live scenarios only. Test system, this system which we are using is HANA system only. So even the ECC changes also which are available, I'll try to show you in other systems if there are, or else I'll explain you what are the ECC changes also, and interview level questions also. So anybody wanted to raise a question on this outlines which are there? Anyone? Sandeep, Omkar?
No, sir.
So, SAP MM will be the easiest topic. Today, you may get distracted because it is very new to you people. But the approach which we start, okay, will be easy for you to understand each and every point. And the server details also, the servers which we are using are updated servers. And even I am training on the servers with people who are out of country also. So you can use this very well to create data very easily. Yeah, Mahesh.
Okay, so I'll stop recording 1 minute.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so next tomorrow same time we can plan, Sriram, as I said already. Tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow same time we'll plan. So
Okay.
tomorrow I'll present some configuration documents. I'll present one PPT. So it will be easy for you or other people who are very brand new to SAP itself can understand. Those I'll present
Okay.
so that it will be easy for them to understand.
Okay, yeah.
Just one query.
Yes.
Is there any notes will be given for this module, or to be anything important to be noted on in it?
No, that is what we'll provide you the recordings of the session. There is no problem for that. But even though there are notes, practice is the only thing which you remember the data in SAP. We'll provide you the
Okay.
documents which we have, which are available. because configurations, we have some documents and the training documents which are available. We'll provide you those data. There is no problem for that. But along with that, only thing is to practice n number of times in the SAP screens is the only thing which is feasible to remember these things.
Okay. Okay.
Any other questions?
You just joined. You are not there for the session. Just now you joined, it seems. So Ajay is one person was asking me about the details on the course and all.
Okay.
Okay. So I saw him just now is available to admit. I
Okay.
don't know. Okay. So you can reach to us, Ajay. So you need more details. You need tomorrow. You attend same time 8 o'clock. Like if you are not attended today from beginning. Okay. Fine. Any questions? Bhavani, Shushmita, Sandeep.
No, 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 man.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. Good. Thanks to all. Have a good evening. See you tomorrow. See, same link we will join. Please
Yeah.
join with same link. Yeah. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Thanks, Siram.
Thank you, Mahesh.
Bye
Thank you,
bye.
Sriram. Thank you, my